Hello!
Hello!
Welcome to episode 121 of the Yarnivore Podcast. As you can see, I have a friend. I feel the need to point out I have a friend. My one friend.
It's so unusual having a friend.
A friend? It's not imaginary.
I'm real, I promise.
It doesn't have 4 legs.
Yes. I only have 2 of those.
It's my Jack Skellington I hate mornings coffee mug. Or what does it say? Mornings are my worst nightmare. Oh, the pun. The cup is almost as big as my head.
It's very large.
Which proves its beneficialness.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, it's like 2 in the afternoon and the window is open and I'm not going to close it because the yarn is there.
It's not loud.
Not the window is open as in we hear things.
Oh.
It's blasting out the color lines here. And I am not one for lighting. So they just have to suck it up.
Deal with it.
Yep.
Sunglasses.
Risky business style. Do you have any finished objects?
I have nothing.
I got squat too.
Nothing.
I'm cute though. That's my.
You have that going for you.
Yes. Oh crap!
Oh no!
Turn that
phone.
off.
What have you done?
Oh. It's from Dawn.
Hi, Dawn.
Dawn, you just text bombed me. But considering it's good news about Fuji, I'll accept it. Her puppy has lymphoma.
Oh.
So, Fuji is in remission, according to Dawn.
Oh, good.
So, yay, Fuji!
Yay!
Every time they talk about their other dog, Sadie, I get confused. She's like, I swear it's not you. So, now that we've been text bombed by Dawn's happy news, we can continue on. I've got no finished objects.
Me neither.
I did some dyeing this week. I did some warping this week. I have no stripes that are finished to show. I was going to show stripes, like all the Halloween stripes I have planned, but yeah, no, didn't get that far.
Dang.
But I do have stuff to show. Works in progress. Since you're working on one, why don't you talk about yours first?
Sure. Yeah, I actually have 2, but I only actually remembered to bring one because I took the other one out of my purse and forgot about it. So I am working on Valeria, which is a shawl pattern, whatever. And I've just gotten to
This is actually pretty true to color.
Yeah. I've just gotten to the lace part, which actually has cables, but I haven't started that part yet. I am pull the needle out so it doesn't. There we go. Okay, so I have pictures of what it's gonna look like eventually.
There you go. Woo!
So here's a picture of the completed shawl, but this is a better picture of
the lace portion.
The lace portion. So you can see there's cables in between the lace, sort of arrowhead lace with cables in between. It's really nice. It's pretty simple.
I love this yarn. It's a single.
There's a million charts. Yeah, it's Araucania, but it's a commission, and the commissioner did not send the ball band, so I don't actually know what kind of Araucania it is, but it's very
or the
pretty.
Colorway, but it's
a single,
pretty.
And it's about a light fingering weight, probably.
Is it a splitty single?
No, it's not at all. It's very nice.
Have you knit with the Shoppeval?
I haven't, but it's. I would say it's less splitty than Malabrigo lace.
Oh, I like that.
It
doesn't look like it has the grab.
It's still very soft.
I love the color on it.
Yeah, it's really, really pretty. And I like the way that usually I don't like lace with variegated, but I think this is simple enough that it really works, especially with the stockinette portion. So,
woo!
That's the one I have with me. I'm also working on a cowl at home, but I didn't bring it because I'm a big idiot. So.
You're not a big idiot. We all have our moments.
I was working on it at Pathfinder last night. And
I have very little to show, so I needed you to come. See?
Yeah.
That's my plan. When I don't have a lot of stuff to show.
Yeah, but then it turns out that I only bring one thing, so I'm not even that helpful.
That is my girl time. If it weren't for that, it would just be like me talking to a cat. Well, I could talk to the hubby, but he's not a girl.
It's true.
I did finish a square of the barn raising square variety. I am not actually using the barn raising square because I refuse to buy the book for one pattern. And that is all I would need the book for, because I did look at the patterns and they were not enticing to me. So there is a rip-off version by Shannon or Sharon Geddes Geddes, whatever. I had a prof, and he spelled his name like that, and it was Geddes. So, it was actually Gediminas Lankauskas.
My goodness, was he Greek?
Lithuanian.
Lithuanian.
Yes. Side tangent. But I did finish another square out of leftover sock yarn. The middle is Dream in Color Spring Tickle, and the edge is Dream in Color in some other colorway. And I had to join it on because I needed to increase one more before I could.
Don't you hate that?
And I was like, well, it's a scrappy blanket, whatever. But, so I have yet another one. I started another one out of what I did the edging on, but seriously, I've knit like 2 rows. So, it's not, I didn't bring it to show you. And it's not considered a finished object because it's a square for a blanket, and squares for blankets don't count in my mind. Mm-hmm. They may count in your mind, but they don't count in my mind. That's just how my mind works. However, these things are like crack. Because once you do one, you've basically memorized the pattern. And you just want to keep going because it's easy, thoughtless, and you do have something finished at the end. So you feel like validated. It takes me about an hour to knit one of these.
The problem's going to come in when you have to sew them all together.
I'll just get in a seaming vibe.
Seaming vibe. Find the zone. Maybe marathon something.
But yeah, but the other good thing about it is you can lay them out and pick your color palette as opposed to the Shelley Kang sock blanket, which I'm also doing. However, it is in long-term hibernation because that one you have to like lay it out and go, I have this color, it will go here. If you're doing a color thing, and I'm doing a color thing because I'm neurotic. So it's like, I don't have any of this color, and I have to have this color before I can go here. And then I want to shoot myself in the face. So these are easy because I can just pick a random thing, and it doesn't have to be a color that goes with anything.
You can figure out your layout at the end.
Yes, and then I can just go, I have this many squares, now I can do it. Because apparently I'm Miss Marple when I do that. Or Agatha Christie. It's a very British...
Yes.
Imitation Queen, maybe. Something Eddie Izzard-esque. But yes, there you have it. I'm glad everyone enjoyed the penis-to-tit ratio of Game of Thrones speech of last week. I received many comments on it. I'm glad you all enjoyed that. I may watch season 2. I may. Don't know. Have you watched it?
No. I don't really watch anything.
I did not. Yeah. There was a big rant last week. 2 flaccid penises really aren't worth my time. I wanted more butt. I didn't get more butt. Although the guy they had playing the whatever, the horse lord dude, the Carl or Cal or something, he was hot. He looked like Dave Navarro. So I said I'd have this finished, and I didn't finish it. My knitting mojo went out the window. Like it ran away. It joined a cult. It shaved his head. It's playing tambourine with the Hare Krishnas at the airport. That's where my knitting mojo is. But I was like, I have to finish the sweater because I want to start another sweater. And I can't start another sweater. I have to frog a sweater. I've decided I'm going to frog the Chamber Shin, the one I can't even pronounce, which is at a fingering weight, and I have everything but the sleeves done. I'm going to frog that bitch. But yeah, I can't start another one until I'm done the first one, or otherwise it just languishes. Like, I love that bag. It's Halloween. It's Halloween time. I should be using a Halloween-themed bag with knitting witches. But no, the Chamber Shin, the Chamber Chin, whatever, and there's no problem with the pattern. There's not. The problem is with moi. Because an all-over lace pattern that all of a sudden ends right here where my fattest portion is, and then switches to stockinette. Let's just create a band of interest right here so, people who think I'm pregnant think I'm even more pregnant. Start a rumor, baby. That's not going to happen. It's lock and load down there, but yeah, I don't like people thinking I'm pregnant, so that sweater needs to be ripped out. Mm-hmm. I could have blocked it out bigger, and then it would just be hangy. So really, there was no winning, and it was a size... And I've gained weight since I moved because I moved and America's making me fat. So So, yeah, it's not even the right size anymore, but it's lace. You can block lace. I was like, I can aggressively block. You can aggressively block anything, but I sat there and I thought of it and I looked at it. It's gonna have to get ripped, and then I'm gonna have to reskein everything and wash it so that it can like
not be all springy.
Yeah. But I have like a metric butt ton of that Patton's Croy sock yarn in that colorway from my aunt who was going to knit baby gear, probably in the 70s, because that's when the label is from. And I think it should be a cardigan or a sweater or something, because there is enough yardage. And you can't look free
sweater quantities
of superwash in the mouth. You just can't.
No, you need to take advantage.
And it's not even my shade of green. It's probably your shade of green. It's a heathered green.
Yeah, probably.
You know what? You can have it. I'll rip it out. You can have it. Get yourself something. Like the Water Street cardigan. That was actually one I was looking at because it's fingering weight. And it's got just a thingy. Anywho. That one is getting ripped out. I don't know when. I will probably need to have one of those little pink wine coolers that's sitting in my fridge. That taste like pink.
They do.
They taste like pink.
Wine coolers taste like pink, you guys.
They really do. I splurged and bought like $20 worth of booze at my first visit to a liquor store in the States. $20 worth of booze is the equivalent of like $60 worth of Canadian booze.
Seriously?
Seriously. You guys don't have Mickeys. You don't. Like, they have them behind. Okay, if you're a Canadian, you know what the Mickey is. It's your little, I think you call it a fifth. I don't even know. No, it's smaller than a fifth. It's the little, it looks like a flask. It's usually plastic. It's
just the little bottles of liquor?
It's a vodka. No, it's about that big. Oh. It's not like the little guys. It's that big. And it looks like a flask.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's what we buy. Because that is a $20 item.
Usually here, those are...
They're so stinking cheap, they put them behind the thingy.
Yeah.
Okay? They don't have Mickeys out and about. Like in Canada, you've got your Mickey, you've got your 2-4, you've got your upsize, and then you've got your huge-ass bottle, which only the rich people buy.
We just have rich people bottles then.
And then they start at the 2-4 here. Like, they skipped the Mickey. There's no Mickeys to be had. And I was like, where are your Mickeys? And then I looked at the 2-4s. 2-4s that I would normally buy at home for like $30. Yeah. $15, $20.
Sometimes less.
What? Of course, yeah.
Whereas I'm going $20 worth of liquor. That's not much.
Yeah, in Canada, that's a lot of liquor I got.
A lot of liquor in my house. We don't even drink very often.
I paid $6 for a 4-pack of wine coolers. I would have paid $12 at home.
Jeez.
That's not counting tax.
No wonder America makes people fat.
America does make people... I'm sorry, America. I love you. But you make people fat. Maybe it's Canada's socialist and we don't let a lot of stuff in. But and we do raise them bigger. Like, don't think... Like, I mean, I'm big. I'm a Canadian big. Like, we do raise them bigger. But, yeah, no. Even your sizes are bigger.
That's true.
Your sizes are bigger. Your portions are bigger. Your supermarkets are way bigger.
Your fryers are bigger.
You have deep fryers.
Our deep fryers are existent and everywhere.
You own them for personal use?
It is so... Yes, people do.
I know.
It is so difficult to get food. We went to a Twins game for my husband's works company party thing. And I don't normally go to sports games. I'm not into sports at all. But, you know, we went. We thought it would be a fun experience. It is so difficult to get anything there that is not deep fried. Anything. It is pretty much impossible unless you just want, like, popcorn. Or a hot dog. But that's basically, like, it's not deep fried, but it might as well be for all the nutritional content it has.
I know Canada's the land of poutine. We created poutine. We exist in it.
Amazing.
We're the poutine nation. Oh, by the way, you know the Streets Grill just up here? They serve poutine. It's on the menu.
Oh my god. We keep looking at that every time we drive by.
It's ghetto poutine. Like,
yeah,
I mean, it's not real poutine.
They don't.
They put bacon bits in it.
The only place that you can reliably get poutine here is oh crap, what's it called? It's on the corner of 66th and Lyndale.
She says that like I know.
It's a chain, and I can't remember what it's called. But there's a place that you can get poutine, but they don't call it poutine. They call it disco fries.
Oh no, they actually call it poutine. They're like Canada's version of fries and chips, or chips and gravy or something.
Chips and gravy.
But they have like the Coney dog, and like their menu is good, but they've also got like really cool salads, and they've got 5 or 6 different dressings.
Nice.
Because hubby had a side salad, and then he had this smoked tomato dressing.
Wow.
And you can add fresh chopped mushrooms and stuff on it. But he also had the Coney burger, which would probably delineate all of that, because it's a burger topped with Coney dog, topped with like chili, and there's like it's an 8-tier. You have to have a fork. I had the Q burger, and I also required a fork, but it was the best. They make it fresh in house, like they don't freeze their meat.
Nice.
But they do have a poutine, and I have vetted that poutine, although it is not made the correct Canadian way. Because I believe they put the curds on after the gravy, which is sacrilegious.
Yeah, you can't do that. The curds don't get all melty.
They do, because you just stir it. As soon as you get it, you flip it. Some places will do that in Canada. Usually it's the stoned guy who's working the fryer who fucks up. But, again, Canada has poutine. You'd think we'd be fatter. Like, we're fat. There's fat, but not American fat. Our supermarkets are like half the size.
Trying to figure out what kind of cable this is supposed to be.
Which?
I'm pretty sure
These,
so that's front.
These are the front, and these are the back.
Are the back. Okay. Because this is the right side and this is the left side, so I just have to...
That's nothing giving away the pattern.
No, it's not at all.
That's a standard cable thing. Now that we've talked about fat Americans, let me show you my sweater that I'm working on. That I thought I would have finished.
Self-deprecation.
Well, dude, I was almost a size 16. I was almost down to a size 16 when I moved here.
Oh.
In March. I'm back up to a 20.
Yeah, I hear ya.
I'm going to have to do something about that. 20 is just a little too big. 18.
Did you get that Zumba game?
Yes, I did.
Did you try it?
Not yet.
You gotta try it.
Well, I was going to try it, but then I went and I did manual labor for a week in Canada, and I couldn't feel my arms, and then I started scanning yarn. Like, yes, there's no rest for the wicked. I thought I would be done this. As you recall, when I showed it last, I had half a sleeve and the pocket plackets to do. Do you think I could do all that? No.
Well, you were busy.
I had sleeve malaise. Like, I literally looked at the sleeve, I was like, not today, dear. I pulled it out of the bag, and which is my Amy Beth sweater bag, which it does fit in. I can fit the entirety of a 42, 44, 45, whatever it is, inch bust sweater, the entirety of it, and spare balls of yarn, and the needles and everything. So, like, she says you can't fit a whole sweater in here, but you can. If it's a normal size, like if it's not an extra long sweater, these sweater bags are more than ample. But once that one's done, I'm starting to sweat and I'm putting it in my Princess Bride bag. I keep staring at it. I'm like, I'm sorry. I apologize to the bag for not finishing the damn sleeve, because I was like, I know you want to be used and I want to use you, but I have to finish the freaking sweater first. So it's the Harvest Moon, which just makes me want to sing Neil Young every stinking time I pick it up. On this harvest moon. You know, I can hear the steel guitar now. So, I finished the sleeves. As you can see, there are 2 sleeves that are completed now. Well, no, you can't see. Hold on. Where's the other sleeve? Here's the other sleeve. So, I did finish the other sleeve. 2 sleeves. See, 2.
I can vouch for it. There's 2.
And then I sewed in some ends, not everything. I didn't seam the sleeves. And because I was running out of yarn, like, okay, for my main color, and I'm a thinker. This is all I have left. It's all I have left, and I have to use it to seam up the pockets. So that's cutting her a little close.
Uh-huh.
But I did manage. I tried it on. The sleeves hit me right where I want them to. But, so I did the purple on the I-cord bind-off thingy around the sleeve. And I have to seam the sleeves, which have not been seamed. I have to sew the pocket into its thingy. I have to block this. I'm hoping it has a little more give when I do it. I'm just going to aggressively pin it so it's at least that long.
Uh-huh.
And so there's plackets on the pockets.
Pockets.
Pockets. So you see you've got your little pocket hem here. You extend your pocket upwards by adding this placket. And I started the first placket last night. You think I could have gotten a placket done because there's like 31 ridges. No, I couldn't. So this is what the placket looks like. And you sew it on top of the pocket. And it gives you some added oomph. They're super easy. It was 1 in the morning. It's 1 in the morning and I couldn't care. So I have to make 2 of these and then seam them on, sew them in, sew up the pocket. I will have this sweater done next week. There's no way with 2 pocket plackets and a little bit of friggin' seaming, I can't get this damn thing done. And then I need to get a button. Just 1 button. 1. But I think I'm going to, who is it? No Makers? I think it's No Makers. Has the really cute little cog buttons. I wonder if they come big enough. I'm going to have to stock some Gnome. Or Deerfield or Tangerine Designs has buttons too, I think. But I just like stocking Casey. Not even gonna lie.
I don't have a whole lot of experience with button purchasing.
I don't
have a lot
either.
of experience with garments, except for little kids.
I don't either, but they were, all 3 of them were at SSK, so I've seen the buttons, and I know the buttons are pretty. And they're wooden, and they hand make them. And
Nice.
I like supporting my artisty friends.
As you should.
So I just have to seam those in. That's going to be a beast and a half. But that's what the spare is for, is seaming this in. Like, I mean, I don't have to, but I'm going to. So yeah, giant sweater. However, I don't want the top to grow, so I think what I'm going to just dip it.
Yep.
And block it that way. I was going to spray block it. I don't know. I may solicit some advice from people who spray block and who have made multiple garments.
So not me.
Yeah, no. Just go through my text thing and see who knows. So, moving on. That's all I've got on the needles. I'm sorry, I'm useless. I don't have a pair of socks. I
have
finished
a bunch
the
of stuff on the
brickless.
needles. I just haven't touched it in months.
Yeah. Well, I've got socks on the needles, and I need to start the Sam sock because it's my friggin' knit along, and I haven't started.
You should probably do that.
I went through the stash when I tossed it and moved everything. If you haven't noticed, everything's relocated. I could not find a solid that I wanted to use.
No.
Yeah, it caused me some problems. I'm a dyer, though. I could dye my own, but I don't know. I need to get on Sam. Dirty. Because I've only got 2, and then I finished the Fellowship of the Sock, and as illogical as it is, I would like to knit one of the ones from there and back again in time to wear them to the premiere movie.
Oh, jeez.
Because I am a geek. Lord of the Rings geek. So spinning. Spin, span, spun.
I don't have any of that either.
I started spinning some more because, as you saw last week, I have a spinning mojo, which is why there hasn't been a lot of knitting. And I didn't want to take my bobbin off because I have like this much left to spin of the first 2 ounces. But here's the other 2 ounces. I brought the other 2 ounces because I'm nice to show you. There you go. There we go. And this is the Berlin colorway by moi. I actually screwed up because I believe this is Falkland and it's Polworth in the shop. Usually I'll dye all the same fiber in one colorway. And this guy got messed up. He got thrown in with Berlin and he was supposed to be with something else. And I wanted a Berlin anyway, so I was like, well, I just won't make an extra listing for this one. I'll just keep it. And I can do that.
Oh no, a mistake. Guess I'd better keep it.
Yeah. I was like, thank God it's in Berlin. And the Berlin colorway was inspired by their Festival of Lights, which is a yearly thing where they light up like Capitol buildings and stuff.
Oh, sweet.
In really cool electric colors, but so the white goes in hand because it's usually done in winter, but it is so pretty. I know it's mine, and I'm going to say it's pretty. Look, the purple matches. But I've almost finished the first 2 ounces, then I'll do the second 2 ounces, and then I'll ply them together to be a 2-ply, because 2-plies are my bread and butter. I don't know why. I want to do some drop spindling, but again, I've been warping and scanning and reskating, so my arms are like, you're not drop spindling to save your life, bitch. And into miscellaneous. Do you have anything miscellaneous you want to say? Perhaps about fat Americans? Since we're fat Americans now.
Yeah. No, I don't think so.
You're not a fat American. I'm a fat American.
I still am.
You're
working on it.
American.
I'm a shrinking American. Like a shrinking violet, but more difficult. I haven't actually lost any this week, which is not that surprising, considering that I didn't go to the gym except today and Monday.
Well done.
I skipped yoga on Tuesday because I wasn't feeling well, and then Wednesday I went to a friend's house because we were watching Doctor Who, like old stuff. Like
Okay.
First Doctor Who, and then
The black and whites with the white-haired dude?
We went to the baseball game, yeah. And then Friday I had Pathfinder, and yeah, so I just didn't.
She got her lip pierced.
I did.
There you go.
Yeah. It's a black
really
hole.
nicely.
I think so. I like it a lot.
Don't play with it.
Nope.
You haven't earned that right yet.
Nope.
I play with mine constantly, but
yeah, I got it done 10 days ago. It was Wednesday.
You've also got the stud. I have the ring. The ring is much more easy to...
they asked me, they're like, oh, do you want a ring or a stud? And I was like, does one heal faster? And they said, well, studs usually do. And I was like,
really?
I'll go with that. Yeah, apparently. So...
I've never heard that.
They said that people play with rings less.
So, you mean play with studs less?
Play with studs less, so they
true.
heal faster than rings.
Okay.
And I really haven't had any issues. It hurt, and it's been sore, but hasn't been bad. Though I do forget to do salt soak sometimes, and I feel guilty.
Don't forget to do that. Mm-hmm. It's very important for the first 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We've had this discussion.
We have. It's true.
Okay. I suppose I could say shameless self-promotion. I could steal that from Amy Beth, but I won't say it. I won't steal it. How's that? I'm just going to show you what's going to be in the shop, because I did promise that I would have... Well, no, I didn't promise. I said I would. It was not made promised. So I'm not that horrible a person. There are going to be striped socks in the update on Friday. The update will be Friday. I will post all the information in the Knitter's Nightmare group, which is what you should probably join if you want to know anything about when updates are happening, what colors are up, what when the previews go up and stuff like that. Anything you want to know, you're going to find out about on the Knitter's Nightmare Ravelry board or Twitter, because I haven't been near a computer enough to lurk. Like, I Twitch and I Instagram because it's on my phone, but I don't have a clerk interface for my phone that doesn't make me want to kill people.
Yeah, I really don't like the one I have.
I don't clerk on my phone, and thusly, and the iPad one is just as bad. So I tend only to clerk when I'm at a computer, and I'm not at a computer very often except when I'm uploading the show. So Twitter, Instagram, these are the places to find me more often than not. However, we're doing something new this week. There is going to be DK weight. I've never done DK weight before. There will be sweater quantities of each of the colors. One sweater quantity, so you have to be the first one in. There's a sweater quantity plus of each. So if you're a big girl, you can actually get a sweater quantity, and if you just want a single skein, you can still get a single skein, because there's going to be enough to do like a sweater and several singles. But tangent, enough said. Either way, the DK weight is reskeined. Well, these ones are anyway. I have to reskein the rest tonight. And this one is actually, that's probably, is that close to color?
It's a little greener than that in real life. It's a really pretty teal.
Yes, it's pretty teal.
It looks just cobalt blue in that, but it's not. It's teal.
Doesn't matter where I put it.
No, it doesn't seem to.
But it's gorgeous. I did Instagram a picture of this, and the Instagram is actually pretty close. And this is yet unnamed, but that's the blue one. And then I did a red, because you can't not do red.
That's pretty accurate.
That's pretty spot on. They are semi-solid tonals.
Yeah. Either or. I guess tonal. I don't know.
You can make a sweater out of them. That was my point. Or
very much not variegated.
These are so pretty together. I can make a 2-color. I would make a 2-color. So those will be going in the shop. And then because Halloween is coming, and the reason there's nothing to show you is we're going into the 6 stripe. 6 stripe, I shit you not.
That's crazy. You're crazy.
There's going to be a 6 stripe called Sally's Dress. If I have to explain the significance on that, why are you my friend?
You need to brush up on pop culture.
There is going to be a 6 stripe called the Sugar Skulls. There is going to be a 5 or 6 stripe for Corpse Bride, and I haven't decided what that one's called, but it's based off of Corpse Bride. The Afterlife one, because that's the one that's all really colorful and stuff.
Awesome.
There will probably be a 2 stripe based off Black and White Beetlejuice. And there may be a 4 stripe off of Sweeney Todd that has an interesting single red stripe line separating some of the colors. I'm just saying, that one's going to be a beast to dye, but it's going to be there. I have to rewatch because it's probably going to be a gray, a black. There might be another color, but they're going to be separated by, like, not all of the colors, but at least 2 of the colors will be separated by a thin blood red line.
It's going to be amazing. And
yeah.
I'm going to have to stalk you.
No, you're not. I can just make you one. I'm sorry. She gets dibs. She watches my pets when I leave. She keeps me company. She talks to me about stuff.
I fill out the time on your podcast when you don't have enough to
talk about. Look, I have 2 works in progress and we're at 32 minutes.
Woo!
So the update will be Friday. I'm not sure what time on Friday. I might update early. Like, I may get up early and update early. I don't know. But that will be posted in the Nerdnet group, so go do that. I'm also going to be dyeing up the prize skein for the joint knit along with knittables for the Brickless Cowl. I'll be showing that off. You have until August 28th, which is the day before hubby's birthday, to get those in. I'll close it at midnight, and I'll draw for the skein after that.
That's the day after my tattoo consultation.
Tattoo. Where are you going? Are you going to that guy?
Yeah.
The good one?
His name is Dan, and he's at Beloved Studios, which is on Como Avenue, and he was recommended to me by some friends, and his work is amazing. He can make it look like paintings, like no outlines or anything. It just, it's amazing.
Oh, like my crow?
So I'm getting a chest piece. It's gonna be awesome.
That's gonna hurt. I speak of experience. It's like, I'm getting a chest piece. Well, let me tell you.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna be awful, but it's gonna be worth it.
Actually,
I want something.
It doesn't hurt right here or right here.
It's up here, collarbone.
Right here, and right here.
Anywhere that's right over a bone, or if it's in the really sensitive skin areas, like right here.
I didn't find that these hurt as much because he manipulated my skin.
Off of your collarbone.
But when he did hit the collarbone, there was a little, yeah. My trick was that I wore jeans with loops.
Just grab.
And I put my thumbs through the loops, and I ripped the damn loops off.
Yeah, it's not going to be pleasant. And I'm probably going to have to get it done in 2 sessions, one for black and white, one for color. But it's going to be Rose and Alice in Wonderland themed.
Oh, nice. So. I'm excited, and I'm not even getting a tattoo. You're going to have to tell me all about it because I may use him.
Yeah, from everything I understand, he's amazing.
Because I want to get some more stuff when I have money. Eventually I'll have money. No, I have money. I'm not poor. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
tattoos are expensive.
My expendable income goes towards like yarn purchasing and stuff, so I have to divide that and suffer the yarn loss.
I'm not buying yarn or fiber until probably 2 tattoos from now. It
That's
might be a
good
year.
call.
It might be a year. If it's for a gift and I need a very specific yarn, I'm going to overlook that. But other than that, I'm not going to buy yarn or fiber because I don't need any.
Although tattoos are cheaper in Canada.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, or no, they're cheaper here. Sorry, not in Canada.
That's good. What was the hourly rate there?
Depending on the artist, but you were starting at a minimum of 100 an hour.
For custom work here, that's about the same.
100, 150.
But for non-custom work, it's cheaper here.
Oh,
If you're
flash
just getting
off
off the wall. But I mean, who does that?
I did that with that one.
What is? Oh, the fleur-de-lis.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can't really.
When you're hungover in New Orleans, you just pick a fleur-de-lis off the wall and go out with that.
Well, plus, if you want a fleur-de-lis, I mean, how creative can you really get with a fleur-de-lis?
When you're hammered.
Yeah.
You can't.
I only have one.
It's pretty though.
It is pretty, and it's very personal, but I only have the one.
Shade.
It's an archaeology geek tattoo. And cartography. Obviously.
Oh, it could be nautical, because I've got a star. Although mine's nautical, yours is cartography.
Well, it's because this part, the sort of middle ring, that's a lotus compass.
Yes.
Which is a really common feature in Cambodian archaeological ruins. They are carved into the walkways as a directional compass.
Yeah.
And so this is taken from a photo I took of one, and then a lotus that was in Thailand, and then a Western style compass. That's my tattoo, guys.
It's pretty.
It's the only one I have, and it fits on my arm a lot different than it did when I got it.
Wow, was it really centered and there's a lot of skin around, or what?
Yeah. So my arm's a lot smaller than it was when I got it. It's going to be it's going to stretch around my arm a lot by the time I'm done with this.
That's why I won't actually fill out a sleeve.
Yeah, I want a half sleeve on this arm, but I'm not going to do it until I lose more weight.
Well, it's not about losing weight for me, it's more about I want to find my middle ground and then get these, like if I'm going to have excess skin removed,
yeah.
like if I don't want to wave and keep waving, that's a decision I'll have to make and fix before I would get, because I don't want, my aunt had a unicorn on her boob. Pegasus for a while there. Started off as a unicorn and it was Pegasus, yeah. She used it as her don't tattoo your breasts. I love my aunt. She's a wicked woman, but yeah.
Mine's probably going to go down and around, but not on.
Yeah, don't get it on. Like, I mean, these are on.
Well, yeah, but that's the top. That doesn't change
the
a whole
breasticles.
lot.
I'm wearing a cami underneath, which is what
mine's
you're
probably
seeing.
going to go, like, through the shirt line here, or maybe a little past.
Like, it does go on the breasticles, but not, like, in a place where, like...
Not down here.
Yeah.
Where it's going to...
Or even over here.
Right.
Where it's going to be like...
Yeah. Vertical stretching.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we're going to leave you with those wonderful thoughts.
Wait, no, I had a band.
Oh, you have music.
I don't know. Music. You might have featured it before.
That's okay. We'll be featuring Becca's feature, which may have been featured, but we'll feature it.
It may have been previously featured, but I would like to mention the group Oomph.
Oomph. I haven't mentioned Oomph. You know who mentioned Oomph? Becky from Addicted to Yarn when she was doing Addicted to Yarn.
Because she lived in Germany, and they're German.
Yes.
But they're a fantastic German metal band.
They are.
They are amazing, and I adore them. And the video for Labyrinth is awesome.
It's awesome. And if you enjoy Rammstein, Nina Hagen, any of the Apocalypticas that have utilized the German singers.
Yep. There's, what is it?
Wolfsheim?
News. It's like Die Stringe or something. Schlinge? Die Schlinge. It's, that's got Apocalyptica in the video. It's really good.
I can recommend Oomph. It hasn't been done.
Yay!
It was Becky, so we'll recommend based on Becky, who doesn't
she hasn't been
podcast
for like 2 years
anymore.
And she doesn't live in Germany anymore either.
I miss her.
I do too.
I liked watching her every week.
I talk to her a lot on Plurk, but
yeah, it's not
she
the
doesn't
same.
podcast anymore. Sort of like me. But at least I'm on here.
Yeah.
We just need to get Becky up here, and we can do
a triple.
threesome.
Oh God. How are we all going to fit in the frame?
Well, we can wedge somebody in the middle.
I'll just sit in the back and go, yep.
Well, we'll just have to wait until next year when I'm at my goal weight, and
we'll
I'll squeeze in the middle because I'll be like this big, and yeah, it'll work.
Okay. I'm down with that. I'm really down with that. Hopefully I've lost some weight by then, too.
I think Becky has. I can't remember.
We'll just talk about weight loss as if it's important.
It's kind of taken over my life, so.
I'm into being fat. I'm sorry. I moved to America. I'm embracing the fat. I've gained several sizes, and I have bought clothes to fit that size. And I'm not getting any bigger, though. That's my decision. Just need to skip those 3 aisles here. 3 aisles. You guys have 3. Canada's 1. FYI.
Of what?
Of, like, crap food.
Only 3? I was pretty sure that was like every aisle. Except the baking aisle.
No, like, I mean, I'm talking about, like, your chocolate, your chips, your...
Oh, chips and candy and...
Yeah, you got, like, about
soda.
3 of them.
Yeah, and then there's the ice cream aisle.
Yeah, no. All of that is one aisle in Canada, and it's, like, and we have crackers on the end. It's like, we'll lead you in.
There's, like, the cookies aisle, and then there's the candy aisle, and the soda aisle.
I miss my socialistic shopping. It was so much less overwhelming and fattening.
Yeah. Oh, man, I was in the grocery store the other day, and I heard this guy at the end of the aisle go, "Hey, these plastic donuts are 10 for 10. He's talking about the hostess, like, terrible little donuts that totally taste like they're covered in plastic. And I was like, why are you buying them if you're admitting they taste like they're covered in plastic? But I've never been into that sort of
Up until I moved to America, I thought Honey Boo Boo's giant thing of cheese puffs was a joke, or that you could procure them only at Costco. Turns out they're like $3.
No, at Costco it would be like that big.
Yeah.
You'd get a crate.
I understand Honey Boo Boo way more now.
I've never seen it, and I hope to never see it, and it terrifies me.
Although I do enjoy Duck Dynasty.
I've heard that's good. I've heard that's really good.
Anywho, we've now ranted. I will put some oomph in the show notes. I may not do show notes. I haven't done them for the last couple of weeks.
I know. I had somebody... Oh, that's right. I wanted to mention. I had somebody ask me what the cowl was.
Oh, yeah. I told her to, because I couldn't remember.
Right. And now I can't... It's Amber something. Crap. Well, I'll make you do show notes this time.
Amber something.
No, you didn't write it down because I didn't have it last week.
No, I just got the 2-color cowl in Malabriga lace.
Yeah.
And you didn't put it in your project page.
Because she didn't take it. I forgot to ask the commissioner to take a picture. But I'll do that. It's Amber something. I'm helpful.
We'll get that taken care of. Either way. So, we hope you have a great week.
Yes.
And, I'll see you next week. I got nothing.
Eventually. When I'm here again.
Yes, have a good week.
Bye.